Okay, right then, you lovely people, welcome back to CrunchFit. It's been 3 weeks, believe it or not, since we last got together. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back. For those of you who are here first time or not for a while, then welcome. So session will be about 40-45 minutes long in total. It's a session of 2 halves today, so I've broken the session up into 2 blocks of exercises. Okay, we're going to do a block of 4. We'll get 3 rounds of that done. It's going to focus very much on upper body and the midsection. Then we're going to do a second block of 4 in the second half, which is going to very much focus on getting those legs working. Okay, so we'll do our usual warm-up. Then I'll demonstrate the first block of 4. Then we'll get into the first set of those. So hopefully you've got your drinks ready, got your towels ready. And like I say, for those of you who weren't there right at the beginning, we'll need a chair for the second block of 4 exercises. Okay, but only need for one of the exercises out of that 4. So without further ado, let's get ourselves starting that warming up. Jogging on the spot then. It's nice and light on our feet. Chest nice and high, shoulders square, looking forward. You've had 3 weeks of recovery, well, from CrunchFit anyway, so you should be nice and ready for this. Okay, let's reach up to the side, get some side bends going. Really reach up high with the hands, keep alternating side to side, keep that core pulled in all the time. And jogging again. Do need to get your heart rate up, probably more for the second half than the first one, but nonetheless we need to get those muscles nice and warm. Hands out there, while arms straight out, small circles, either backwards or forwards, doesn't really matter. Keep jogging all the time. And the other way. Good stuff. Okay, let's do some punches. Imagine you've got my face right in front of you. Give it a good smack. Bit of a twist going around with that body, just punching round. Okay, jogging again. Good. Let's do some heel kicks. Those heels right up to those glutes. Okay, good stuff, jogging. Let's do some lunges, just some alternate leg. Lunge, not too deep to start off with, just get those knees and quads nicely warmed up. About 5 each leg, that's 3. And 4. And 5, back to jogging again. Good. Do some good mornings then. So feet about shoulder width apart, hands across the chest. Imagine you've got that bar across your hips here and you're going to lean over the bar and then come back up again. So good morning, and then come back up. Let's do a half a dozen of those. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good, jogging again. Let's do some jumping jacks, star jumps. Call them what you like. Same movement. Okay, good, jogging. Let's do 5 sit-ups then. So on your mat, on a soft area, keep your heels down, knees slightly bent, hands across your shoulders again, and elbows up to your knees. But without throwing your arms. And one more. Okay, good stuff. Back on your feet. Jogging away. Do some sumo squats, so feet wide of in shoulder width. Get nice and tight in the core. Just squatting down, Make sure your knees follow the line of your toes. Nice and controlled. 2 more. And the last one we're going to hold. Just hold static in that low position. Okay, back up, jog it again. Good. Feel the temperature rising. Good old trunk twist. Let's do some trunk twists. So standing feet shoulder width apart. Just swivel that upper body round. Not too far for the first few reps. Just help unwind that spine. That's good. Couple more. Okay, and jog. Nearly there on the warm up. We'll do a 1 minute of plank at the end of the warm up. Okay, let's do some spotty dogs. So one arm and 1 foot extended opposite arm and leg, and just nice wide strides. Again, keeping that chest nice and high. Okay, and jogging. Good. Nearly there on the warm up, people. Okay, so say 1 minute of plank. Doesn't matter if you do it on your knees or on your toes. Just try and make sure you keep that real vacuum, create that vacuum with your abs, pulling backwards with your belly button effectively into your spine. Really create your waist as narrow as you possibly can. I'll be ready. 2, 1, and go. Right, find a nice strong position then. Just hold. Make sure your elbows are under your shoulders. Knees straight. Good work. That's halfway already. Nice and strong. Then control any shapes you might start to develop. Really pull back on that belly button into that spine. "15 seconds to go. Well done. Nice. 5. Just 5 more. Hold on to it. And relax. Good. Okay. Have a quick drink. So the first block of 4 exercises, like I say, is going to be all upper body, mainly core related, to be fair. So you are going to need your mat, and keep that quite close to you. You are going to need a fair bit of a floor space around you as well, because the first exercise we're going to do is a travelling exercise called ladder press up. So I want you to imagine that you've got like a running ladder in front of you, okay, and you kind of got 2 hands in the rungs of the ladder. So you get into the press up position. Okay, you can be on your knees as well if you want to. A bit harder on your knees, so you have to take it a little bit slower. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 steps to the right, 2 press ups, 2 to the left, 2 press ups, and repeat. Okay, now as soon as you want to go and step to the whichever direction you're going to go, 2 paces the other way, your hips are going to want to go all over the place. So your challenge is, while you're transitioning body position, is to keep those hips as level as you possibly can. Really hard thing to get right. Try not to stick your bottom in the air too much. Try and keep a nice flat back, good body position for that press up, okay? Second exercise, I'll demonstrate all 4 and then we'll get into the circuit. Crunchies, good old crunchies. We don't do these often enough really. So knees at right angles, Hands by your temples, you can have them by your chest if you want to, but I tend to have mine by my temples. Try and make sure there's a bit of daylight between your chin and your chest, and literally just coming up, looking up at the ceiling, get that top 2 rows of abdominals doing all the work. Okay, so that's your crunchies. Next one, still on your mat, good old Russian twists. So again, 2 versions of this one. You can have your feet down if you like, at a bit more stable base. Either way, you can have your hands together and coming over to the side, to the side, to the side. But I really want you to try and get those shoulders right round in the twist, both ways. Now the harder version is with your feet in the air, so you really have to kind of work to keep your feet still as possible while still getting those shoulders round. You've really got to challenge that core to get and keep the feet as still as possible, but to get those shoulders right round. That's the third one. Last one is a hip raise with a twist. Okay. Now the more basic version of this exercise is a reverse crunch actually. So that is, again, hands behind your head or by your side, doesn't really matter. Reverse crunch is where you're bringing your hips off the floor just to work those lower abs. That's your basic exercise. But the actual exercise I'm looking for is actually a leg raise or hip raise. Okay, so that's without the twist. Alright, so key thing is when you're coming down, you've got to work real hard with the abs to create that that flat back. Now, if you're going to add the twist, then you come up and twist around with the sides as your feet are going up in the air. Okay, that's really going to work lower abs and the obliques all in one. Okay, so ladder press ups, crunchies, Russian twist. Oh, I didn't do 3/4 good mornings actually. We've got a 3/4 good morning thrown in for the mix as well, which is what we're doing in the warm up basically. So have your feet almost together, legs as straight as you can, hands across your chest. Imagine you've got that bar across here and you're coming down into the good morning, but you're only coming up to about here. So you're really keeping the pressure on that lower back region. Now, rather than have a really curved spine, I want you to try and keep that lower back really, really tight and actually just pivot over the hips effectively. All right. So we've got 5 exercises: ladder press ups, crunchies, Russian twist, good mornings comes next, then the hip raise with twist. Sorry to confuse you a little bit there. Are we ready? 30 seconds of each. I'll try and give you sort of halfway if I can, but obviously if it's I can't see where my hand is, then I won't be able to do it quite so easily. So ladder press ups is first. Okay, if you struggle with normal press ups, then just do normal press ups. Don't worry about the ladder part of it. I'd much rather you got lots of quality press ups in than messed around too much. But if for anybody else who's a bit more regular, then let's get them done. Ladder press ups then. Are we ready? 30 seconds. Let's go. So it's 2 steps to the right, 2 press ups, and then repeat effectively. And again, really focus on keeping that core nice and balanced. Good. Keep it going, people. Nice and low in the press up as well. And relax. That's your 30 seconds done. So to crunchies next then. On your mat, knees at 90 degrees. Ready? And go. Come straight into it then. We're not throwing the arms, we're just using the top rows of the abdominals to get the elbows up to those knees. And relax, good. Russian twist. Again, it can be with your feet in the air or on the ground, doesn't really matter. Are we ready? 2, 1, and go. Very much control movement, this one. And the more tired we get, the harder it's going to be to control those feet. Really try and swivel around as far as you can. Really try and upset the balance. Good. Keep it going. Last couple. And relax. Well done. Okay, good mornings. Up on our feet then. Legs straight, feet together. Ready. And go. So it's only 3/4. Just really try and lean over that bar. Kind of imagine you've got someone putting a rope through your head. Make your body as long as you possibly can. Good. Again, it's quite a good control exercise, working the hamstrings and the lower back and the glutes, and relax. Good stuff. Hip raise with twist. That'll be our first round done. Ready, go. Remember, try and really keep that back nice and flat. Got to create a lot of backward pressure from the abs onto the spine. If you're doing the twist, really try and get that pelvis round. Work the obliques at the side. 5 more seconds, come on. And relax, good. Well done. That's your first round done. Have a good drink. Give you a brief recovery before we go back to the top. Ladder press ups. Well done. So, are we ready then? Again, 30 seconds, same movements, ladder press ups, ready, and let's go, come on. 2 quality press ups, chest right down to the ground. Come on, keep the rhythm going. Five more seconds. And relax, well done. Crunchies next. So let's assume the position. Ready, and go. Five more. And relax, good. Russian twist. Give me a hard one this. After doing them crunchies, trying to keep your feet off the ground. Ready, and go. So again, really challenge that core by twisting the shoulders right round. Good. Ten more seconds, come on. Try and keep the chest high, keeps the back nice and straight. And relax. Well done. Good mornings on our feet then. Ready, and go. We try and keep the tension on the lower back, the glutes. Give the glutes a bit of a squeeze at the top of the movement. Should be a slight difference in speed between the downward, which is slower, and the upward, which is the power part of the movement. 5 more seconds. And relax, well done. Hip raise and twist. Ready? And go. Come on, feet high. Get a good twist around, really use those sides. Control those feet down, drive them back up. Good. Come on folks, just end of round 2. 5 more seconds. And relax, well done. Quick recovery, 30 seconds or so. Should be starting to feel a nice accumulation effect happening now in the abs. If you're pulling back hard enough on that core, you should really be able to feel it all the way around. That's where the whole core stability piece comes from. The core isn't just the front slab, it's all the way around. It's actually down to here and back up to bottom of your ribs, where your core is. Right then, back to ladders, ladder press ups. Keep the quality nice and high then. Let's try and do as many as you did in the first set. Ready? And go. Come on in, straight into it. Quality all the way, right down to the floor with the press ups. Try and keep those hips nice and level. Go nearly there. And relax, well done. Crunchies. Ready, and go. Right to the end, come on. Last couple. And relax. Russian twist. God, definitely felt that one burn then. Top 2 rows of the abs. Doing all the work there. Ready? And let's go. Again, really try and work around those shoulders. Challenge that centre of gravity and balance. Chest nice and high. Ten seconds, come on. And relax. Good mornings. Just 2 more. Ready? Go. Come on in. Hit it hard. Lean over that bar as far as you can. Keep that core pulled right in. Keep the pressure all on that lower back and glutes. Come on, 5 more seconds. And relax. Hip raise and twist. Ready, and go. Come on in. Last one. Control down, driving up, power it up with, get those feet nice and high, real good twist. Come on, nearly there. Last one. And relax. Relax, relax. Good. Well done. Have a drink. Now then. This last, or second half, like I say, all about legs. It's definitely going to get the heart rate going a bit more as well. Nothing wrong with that. Mine's already up, that's for sure. So, 4 exercises, but the last exercise is a single leg movement. So we're going to do 30 seconds on each leg. So it's going to work out time-wise the same as the first round, equivalent to 5 lots of 30 seconds effectively. Now, I'll demonstrate all 4 again, like I did before. Now, variations of this one is a squat lunge, okay? So, if you're going to do the non-dynamic version, which is what I'm about to show you, then you go into squat, lunge, squat, lunge, alternate leg, squat, lunge. And you keep alternating the leg for the lunge. Now, the more dynamic version is squat, lunge, squat, lunge, squat, lunge. Okay? Now, challenge with the more dynamic version is as soon as you go down, both into the squat and the lunge, you're going to want to lean forward. So again, you've got to work real hard with the core to keep nice and upright. Challenging exercise, that one. Second one, it's a hamstring exercise. Bit of glutes, but predominantly hamstrings. So you're going to need your mat for this one, but make sure you have plenty of room at the end of the mat. You don't want to be tripping your heels over the edge of the mat or anything. So this is called a bridge walkout. So you're going to get yourself into the bridge movement first, which is that movement there. So you draw a straight line from your shoulders to your knees effectively, keeping those hips nice and high. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of steps out, keeping the hips as high as you can. Then you're going to walk back, again keeping the hips nice and high, back to the start. Okay, I can already feel the old hamstrings starting to tighten up doing that one. Okay, so it will affect your glutes as well, so keep them nice and tight. It'll take the pressure off your hamstrings a little bit, but it's very much about the height of the hips in doing that exercise. Now, if you struggle doing just a standard bridge position, just hold the bridge position. Okay, don't worry about the walkout. It's a much harder exercise to do it that way. As you probably saw from my perspective, as soon as you start to walk out, the pelvis is dipping all over the shop, and your challenge is to try and keep it nice and high. So, squat lunge, bridge walkout, calf raises next. So you're going to go into a squat position, nice and low. Then we're going to do some calf raises in that squat position. Try and stay up a couple of seconds in the top of the calf raise. The key thing is to stay in that slow squat position. Okay. Now, the last exercise you're going to need a chair for. It's called a split squat or single leg squat. Now, what you're going to do is have one foot up on the chair behind you. Now, get yourself steady first. Don't try and do the exercise without getting yourself steady. And then what you're going to do is just single leg squatting movement. Okay, that is the chair creaking, not me, I hope. Now, you probably couldn't see, but I was really working hard with the knee to try and avoid any lateral movement with the knee. So as you're coming down into the squat, sometimes the knee can go a little bit all over the shop. Your job is to keep it nice and strong, okay? 30 seconds on each leg. I'll allow a little bit of time for the changeover to take place. Okay, so squat lunge, bridge walkout, calf raise, and split squat. Are we ready? 30 seconds of each like we did before. So squat lunge, decide which one you're going to do. You can always start with the dynamic version and then switch back to the more static, not static, but less dynamic version. So it's entirely up to you on your levels of fitness and capability. Don't kill yourself if you don't need to. Are we ready? Squat lunge then. Ready? And go. Takes a bit of thinking about as well. In terms of alternating which side, even I'm getting confused. 10 more seconds. And relax, good. Or definitely a quad burner that one. Ready, bridge walk out. So let's get ourselves into that nice bridge position first. Ready, and go. It's all about the height of the hips. And control. When you get back to the top of the movement, just again check the height of the hips. Five more seconds. And relax. Well done. Good stuff. Calf raises next. Let's get in that squat position. Ready? Go. Quite a bit of balance when you're at the top of the movement on this one as well. Really try and challenge those calves to be in the air for a good few seconds. Okay, good. And relax, good. So split squat or single leg squat. Doesn't matter which leg you start with, we're going to do 30 seconds on each. So get yourself nice and steady. Ready, go. Really concentrate on getting everything coming from the quads. Last couple before we change. Okay, change leg. Get yourself nice and steady first. Go. He says, shaking all over the place. Real good challenge for the core as well as the leg, or legs. Ten seconds. And relax. Good. Have a breather. Two more rounds of that to go. Okay, give our legs a shake out while we're waiting. So back to the top then, squat lunge. Now, as you can possibly already feel, very direct on the quads. So as we get into the sets 2 and 3, holding on to good quality is going to be absolutely key. Are we ready? Squat lunge, and go. Oh, nearly there. And relax. Real coordination problems on that one for me. Bridge walkout. Are we ready? 2, 1, and go. Come on, hips high then. And alternate which leg you start to walk out with. Just make sure you keep the balance right. Hips high. Recheck. Top of the movement. Just 5 more seconds. And relax. Well done. Calf raise. Two, 1, and go. Good 2 or 3 second hold on those calves. Really challenge them. Good. Oh, a bit wobbly. 5 more seconds. And relax. Good. Tough being in that squat position, followed by single leg squat. So, find that position first then. Ready. Go. It's about quality rather than quantity, so keep the control. Try and stop that knee wobble. Really got to work the quads. Five more seconds. Okay, change leg. Get nice and steady first. Ready, go. Come on people, keep it going. Good quality. Nearly there. 5 more. And relax. Oh yes, definitely feel that. Well done. One more round. Quads definitely getting a bit toasty now. Definitely feel around the knees and up to the middle of the quads here for sure. Have a drink. A few more seconds. Okay, are we ready? Last round. Let's give it everything we've got then. 30 seconds of each. Squat lunge. Ready, and go. Ten more seconds. And relax. Good. Bridge walk out. Anything to take the pressure off the quads. Just 30 seconds. Ready, and go. Nice and high then. Try and control that breathing while we're laying down. Gauge hip height when you return to the top. 5 more seconds. And relax. Good. Come on, we're nearly there. Calf raise. Very warm now. Ready? And go. Oh, this is where the challenge is. Trying to control the muscles when they're already tired. Good. Well done, team. Come on, we've got this. Five seconds. And relax. Good. And single leg squat to finish. 30 seconds each leg. Try and keep that control that body movement. All the work coming from the quads. Ready. And go. Again, control that knee. Try not to lean forward too much. Five seconds on this leg. And change leg. In position then. Ready, go. Come on, nearly there. Last few reps. Five. And relax. Wow, wow, wow. Whew. That was definitely burning through those quads then. Well done, team. Have a drink. Just a few cool down stretches before we finish off, or finish rather. Really well done. So both the different sets of exercises, you just get a really nice accumulation effect because you're hitting the same area time after time after time. 3 rounds, one after the other. No time for recovery for those muscles. So you're really hitting with a lot of load in a very short space of time. Very good. Well done. Anyone who doesn't feel their quads and hamstrings in a couple of days' time, you are either immensely fit and strong, or dare I say, you weren't quite working hard enough. That's not really for me to say because I can't see what you're doing. I'm sure you're giving it everything you can. Right. So, in fact, we did a lot of leg stuff and core. That's where we're going to focus the cool down stretches. So, feet shoulder width apart then. Just going to run our chin down our chest. Classic hamstring stretch. Reaching down to our toes, or as far as you can until you feel the stretch, and then hold. Just relax the hamstrings, let them stretch. Sometimes actually you prevent ourselves stretching because we actually tense the muscle up that we're trying to stretch. So You just relax them off. Tells the muscle receptors that it's okay, and then go stretch a little bit further. Okay, good, bend your knees, come up. Nice, good long stretch, that one. Then we're going to do the same thing, but when we get to the bottom, we're going to travel both hands round to one side, then round to the other side, just to get a bit of extra glute stretch. Are we ready? Let's go. Chin down your chest then, down to that low position, and then round to the side, round to the other side. Do each side once more. Try and go a little bit further around if you can. Those muscles are nice and warm now, they're ready for stretching. Okay, back to the centre. Hopefully you can find you can either touch the floor a little bit further or go a little bit further down your legs than you did before. Bend your knees, come up. Good stuff. Onto your mat then, onto your side. We're going to do a lying quad stretch. Just grab that ankle, oops, hips forward, knees together, and just pull back. Done this one loads of times. You're all pretty familiar with these now. They're classic stretches though, you can't beat, although they're fairly similar. Any other stretches you see just to be a variation of these sorts of classic movements really. You won't go too far wrong with these. Okay, change the leg. Again, just check those hips, make sure those hips are forward. Okay, good stuff. So we're going to still need our mat, but we're going to be doing a kneeling hip flexor stretch. So a kneeling lunge effectively. Nice and upright in the body. Just lean forward with those hips, downward pressure to really get a good stretch across the front here. Again, just let the hip flexor relax off, allows you just to go a little bit further. Change leg. Oops. Good. Hopefully that breathing's well under control now, even if the heart rate isn't. Okay, good, relax it off. On your feet then, wide stance with your feet. So we're going to do a adductor stretch to start off with, so we're going to just lunge out to the side. We get the adductors, the inside of the thigh just stretched out on the other leg. Hopefully you can feel your muscles shaking a little bit doing this one, because they've been worked hard. See with that arm getting weak. Change side. Okay, back to the centre, but keep nice wide stance. And then we're just going to do a hamstring stretch again. Lean forward, grab the ankles or shins, wherever you can reach down to. Try to keep the back as flat as you can though, rather than arching over. Really feel that hamstring stretch. Again, try and relax them off if you can. Bend the knees and come up, good stuff. Back on your mat then. Laying on your back. So you're going to have one leg out straight and one knee bent at right angles as we're going to pull over to the opposite side. Try and use the hand to grab the knee and give just an extra little bit of stretch. To really engage the glute, just pull your knee up a little bit higher up. And it just engages the glute more in the stretch. it back to the centre and the other leg. Again, when you're doing laying down exercises like this, is if you breathe out really hard, really deep breath out, then it just allows again the back to stretch out a little bit further, releases some of the pressure in the midsection, and relax that off. So let's put both knees together then, 45 degrees, same sort of movement, but both knees going over together, and just rock those side to side about 2 or 3 times, not fast, but just under control. Keep your shoulders flat to the mat. One more each side. Very good. Let's do some spinal rolls. Just grab your knees, just gently roll back. Half a dozen spinal rolls. Just helps loosen those vertebrae off again. Don't go too high onto the neck though. One more. Cool, and we will finish off with some classic trunk twists. Off we go then. Really try and swing around, get some good momentum. Couple more then, and relax. Well done everybody, thank you so much for coming out again. Small but elite, high performing crowd, well done. Thanks for coming.